All right, descending. Gotta recover. I think I just saw a mountain biker attack the group with 2 to go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Shimano Stage 1 Find Your Fast. All those words just a little bit jumbled up. My ZRS score or whatever, I think this might be the first race I've done since the scoring category is all numbers and not letters. It is 4:06 if I remember right. 4 laps of the Jarvis. It looks pretty taxing. For what it's worth, I'm riding the Canyon Aero 2024 with the full disc setup. So let's hit it. Time to put the music in and get to work. I'm gonna back this up. Everybody, I'm so stoked because I've finally found a little stretch of free time to edit a video. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I want to give you the, I guess the abridged version of this stage. Unfortunately, my only free time to do like these mainstream Zwift events, well, I guess I have all week, but I'm not waking up early enough, and I'm not going to. I'm doing structure training. I'm liking it. So that leaves Saturdays. I have some free time on Saturdays, so that's when I'm doing these mainstream events. So you're probably already familiar with this race. You probably already raced it yourself, and you probably already seen some other videos on it. But nonetheless, bear with me. I'm going to give you the abridged version and show you some of the highlights of my race. First, I want to point out, I want to encourage you all to subscribe to the channel. Really trying to crest over 700, and we're like 3 or 4 away. So hit that subscribe button. I try not to be too annoying about it. I know I'm not super consistent these days in posting videos, but it is super motivating. Second thing I want to point out is he just left the screen just behind me. There's a dude on a mountain bike, which is either, I don't know, very foolish or possibly very ballsy. I'm not sure which one yet, but nonetheless, he's in with the group. There he goes. Anyways, so you guys are probably familiar with this route. It goes up and then it goes up and then flattens out and goes up one last time, and then you have a pretty nice descent, and then it's flat for a little bit, and you multiply that by 4. So it's kind of like probably like a 3-minute effort getting up the hill. All right, descending. Gotta recover. I can see my breath in here. My heart rate is far higher than I want it to be, especially for lap 1, which makes me think about lap 4 and how hard I'm gonna be working if I'm even still around. And I have a pretty good track record of finishing mid-pack and just like not even doing that good, or even getting dropped, halfway through the last lap of whatever. So I am really trying to hold my own. One thing I should note with the Zwift score, this is range 2. That might mean something to some of you. Again, it was my first time racing in number categories. Last time I raced, it was A, B, C, and D. So I've been racing B. I guess this is technically like a C category or whatever. But anyways, here we are, lap 2, staying in with the group. And I do believe that this hill is pretty draftable. Yes, there are sections where it spikes up to 5, 6, maybe even to 7%. So you're working, and I was really trying to find the balance of not spinning too high where my heart rate was increasing, which looking back now is kind of stupid because the heart rate was going up on its own anyways, and not trying to grind and have such a low cadence where like the pump was insane in my quads, and then it was just like, like you're trudging through a lake full of pudding or something. So trying to find that balance, and honestly, structured training has really helped me with that. I don't have a coach. I'm not promoting a coach, nothing like that. I'm just doing work on my own, and I'm starting to see results. Might be the creatine, I don't know. But nonetheless, feeling pretty good overall. Yes, the heart rate's making me nervous. Physically, the legs, doing great. The lungs are hurting because I'm sucking in some ice cold air right now. You can see my breath on camera. But it's nice because we do the 3-minute effort getting to the top, and then you kind of cruise down on the descent, and then it's pretty chill on the flat, and then you repeat it. So it's not insane. But this was insane. My glasses are a little fogged up, but I think I just saw a mountain biker attack the group with 2 to go.
in what's more of a hilly crit, which is comedy at its finest. However, I think if he did that on the last lap just before the hill, he might stand a chance. I don't know.
Long story short on that mountain biker guy, he came for the sprint preems, apparently forgot his inhaler, chose a mountain bike, and then just dipped. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Here we are on the last lap. We skipped the third one. Not much happened. I am using the feather power up in hopes for an arrow on the descent, or even better yet, on the flat. So I'm a little bit nervous here. I don't know where people are going to get all squirrely and start attacking. We do have a group working together here, and I mean, they're starting to push it. They're starting to push it for sure. Naturally, it's the last lap, and you want to be in the front group if it splits, always. And if it's going to split, my guess is it's right over the top into the descent. Now, granted, Zwift has some issues with their downhill. People don't descend quite right or extra or whatever. It's a little bit funky, but I know for me, I want to be in the front group on the descent, and I'm not quite there. And we're gonna slow it down for the descending part. And there's a long line of guys. I'm not too freaked out. Yes, the pace ups just a little bit, but I'm not gonna bridge up because look, I got two guys doing all the work. So I put in a little more power to stay with them, and for good reason, because look, here we are. We all group up, and my momentum kind of just carries me to the front. So I'm with these two guys who towed me all the way up, which is prime. I'm not gonna burn a match if I don't have to. That's totally foolish. So I hitch a ride with these guys, and look, here I am at the very front. I'll be honest, that was an accident. I accidentally super tuck. I just stopped pedaling for a second just to ease up. So now we are with the group here. We slow this down, and I want to walk through this last full mile of racing. So we're still on a slight decline. I mean, 32 mile an hour pace, 33. We're moving. Definitely not going slow. One thing I didn't quite think about is we still have one rider up the road, and I wasn't fully aware of that. I thought he got brought back. I guess not. So he's got a solid 10 seconds with just over half a mile here. So now you got to start thinking about, okay, it's all flat from here on out. How long of a range of an attack do I want to do? Am I capable of doing? Now, if I had like a sweet 4-minute power, dude, I would have launched right as the downhill connected to the flat. I think that would have been a prime spot. I'm more of a 10 to 15 second sprinter. So that's like 0.2 to 0.3 miles on a course like this where it's pretty flat. But I still got a good group, a lot of aero power ups. So 0.3 miles, as soon as it hits that, I see the power ups popping. I see one guy go, I hit my power up and I launch, and I pass him almost immediately. Now we're closing in. Now I open up a gap on some guys behind me, 1 second, 2 seconds respectively. I look ahead, 6 seconds. I don't even see the guy. I'm only looking at the standings now. Okay, here's the closing arch. Holy crap, there's the guy. Can I beat him to the line? I'm going full gas, but I'm tanked at this point too. RPMs are all the way up. Heart rate is like lacking. Oh! Shoot, dude. If I knew that, what I would have done differently was probably attack ever so slightly sooner, or even try to push it a little more on the downhill to try to get the group engaged, but I didn't see him. Dang it. But whatever, I still got second place. Second place is second place, and
goodness.
I'm stoked to be back into racing and bring home some hardware on my first day back. So let's go, baby.
Second place. That was a surprise even to me. Missed first place by a quarter of a second. I gotta get off this freaking contraption. 11:44. 187. I gotta go sit down.